Well, there you go. Nice and chilly out. And I'm ready to head off to work at the supermarket I work for. And I got a feeling, I don't know, I just kind of feel it in the old bones, that I think my job today is going to be to bring in the carts, the shopping carts. Yeah. And it's rather chilly out right now, I got to say. Luckily, I don't really mind. I'm pretty well layered up as far as clothes go. I got my long johns on below the belt, uh, my good thick dungarees, nice fat socks on my shoes, and the shoes are new shoes too, so there's no holes in them. And then I've got, let's see, I'll by the time I get done putting on t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff and the uniform, from the belt up. I'll have about five shirts on, and then I have my hat, and I have a nice, really warm pair of gloves. Um, I Let me see. All right, I got some right here. I'll show you because you want to keep these in mind. Hold on. Yeah, these babies. See them? Now pay attention. These will keep your hands so darn warm. I don't know where you go to find these. I've got a nice stash of them. Uh, but they're I think gloves that are made for people who work in frozen food lockers because you see all these little knobs. These knobs keep you from actually contacting the surface of a cold item, right? And and so there's always like a little air pocket that keeps the cold from getting into your hands. And you know how it is, even with gloves on some days. If they're smooth gloves, your hands still get cold and start to hurt and all. Not with these babies. No, it's absolutely amazing. So I'll have these, my hat, again, about five or six shirts. Actually, two of them, um, kind of, oh, what would you call it? Insulated. Here, let me see. I think, yeah, like this. You see the knobs? Yeah, all on them. Again, these keep a lot of warm air right close to your body. And again, long johns from the belly button down, dungarees over them, good thick socks, and new shoes. Sandy decided I should go get some new shoes, and these are going to be nice, warm, um, well-made shoes that'll keep my feet nice and warm too. So, no, I don't think I'll have much trouble. Now, now watch, they'll put me in some place where it's hot. That might happen. No, I don't think so. Generally, I work where it's cold. Outside uh, today, plenty cold, so there's a good chance there. Maybe in the frozen food locker, or the perhaps the dairy locker. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, either way, I'm not complaining. I'm only going to be there about 4 hours, if that. So, not the end of the world. I've been colder. Ooh, yes. Oh, remember once, I know I've told this story before. It's somewhere deep in the bowels of my archives, where a friend of mine, back when I was in high school, a friend of mine and myself, my friend Joe, and I decided we'd go fishing, um, on a cold winter's day at a lake nearby our house. Remember, my father dropped us off at the fishing lake, and we fished for a bit, but it was so darn cold and windy. About all we could do, we were starting to go nuts. It was so cold. And yet, my father said he'd be back in about 2.5 hours. So we're already, after the first half hour, we're darn near dying. It's so cold. And the only thing we could do we look around seeing it. God, is there shelter anywhere? It's like 5 miles to walk back home. And, that kind of, we honestly, we were stranded. It was like being on a desert island, only it was cold instead of hot. And we wound up. We looked around. We saw there was an outhouse, and we sheltered down in the darn outhouse for I think like 2.5 hours with the wind blowing and everything. The darn outhouse is shaking. It's so cold. Oh my God! Then we started going numb. It was awful, but should have worn more clothes. That's what we should have done. Goofballs thinking we'd be okay. Well, we learned our lesson. After that, I always made sure I had some sweatshirts and a hooded shirt and all that stuff. If I'm going out in the cold, I'm I'm setting the stage, and that's that. But it was I remember that. Eventually, my father got to us, and I think we dropped Joe off, and then on the way home, my father said, "You still cold?" I said, "Yeah, man." He says, "Well, here, have a swig," and he had a like a little, he had a flask in his car. He says, "Here, take a sip." Oh, yeah, that did it. Mom wasn't too happy when I got home and reeked of, I think, Jack Daniels, if I recall right. But my father said, "Don't tell your mom." Yeah, okay. But actually, no, I think he had to tell mom. He got the cold shoulder for a little bit, but not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, and I got to admit, it did help. Boy, when you get cold, man, it's tough. It's And I think today, yeah, I'll be chilly, but I think I'm more prepared for it than back when I was, 14, 13 years old. I think I'll be okay. So it should be fine. I'll give you a full account if I deem it necessary, maybe later today. Chilly, though. Well, that's winter for you. That's how it is. Yeah. Gets kind of cold. There you go. And won't be too much longer now. Won't be too much longer. Uh, it'll be March, maybe April. Things will feel pretty darn good. So I'll catch you later. Enjoy, and watch out hanging out near a windy lake, and maybe plan to stay just a half hour. Okay, don't go for those 3 or 4 hour marathons on a day like this. Okay, and watch it on the schnapps too. Okay, I'll see you. God bless. Bye now.